Hello. Hello, Grubs. This should be live. Hi. Oops, I already had a little sketch in the back. Just thinking about ideas. But let's get that out of there. What up, Grubs? Happy Monday. Kind of a later stream today. It's not that crazy for me, because sometimes I'm like this, but I had some things to do earlier, and now we're here. Hi, Violet. Hi, A. Hi, Chaviesno. You're back, yeah. How have you been? How am I? I've been pretty good. During the weekend, hey, Limon. I was playing with the. I just got. Hey, Pollo. How is everyone? I just got Digimon X2, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. Uh, in case you've seen, I do have a Digimon B Pet 20 version, the glow in the dark, but now I got this one too, and it's also been pretty fun. How has your Monday been, or how was your weekend? This is the one that I got. Hey, Jadix. Just my favorite MILF, REIGEN. Arataka. Yeah. It's basically everyone's favorite everything. I'm not sure how that happened. There's a weird thing about it that I do not understand. I wish I did, because I kind of even want to make a video about it. Um, but I feel like I need to understand what it means. It's been alright. Today I went to my cousin's house. Oh, that sounds fun. Usually, cousins can be fun. Hopefully, it was. Been the same as usual. Hey, I mean, as long as you're good, it's also. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something specific. Oh, yeah. So, the thing for me that makes it all pretty funny is that I I don't know how to judge how people see REIGEN. I feel like it was mostly ironic, but then it stops being ironic, so it becomes like unironically hot. So I don't know. Like for me, for example, I read Mob Psycho a while ago, like a really long time ago, and my favorite character was indeed REIGEN. So, I enjoyed it, and that was it. But then I actually started seeing people feeling that Reagan was this hot, uh, hot as fuck character or something. I don't know. I don't know how to explain that. I, I, I get it that there's some charm in him, but at the same time, I also feel like it's kind of one of those ironic things. I made fine art today. I'm practicing with colored pencils. Oh, really? What are you doing? So yeah, I wish I could understand. I want to understand. Um, it is indeed my favorite character from Psycho, but at the same time, I feel like I do not understand the attraction. But I mean, I guess I wouldn't understand it because it's not something that I would be attracted to. I just like the character. Maybe that's my type of attraction, and that's it. So yeah. So I wanna actually do a thing where I do Reagan, Mob, and Dimple. I feel like that would be good, funny looking. So Um, I usually do like the sketch right away, but today I feel like you're doing fan art too. What are you doing? I feel like the thing that I should be doing first instead of a full sketch is just laying out a small thumbnail. Um, Hi, sorry for being late, but I have simply serious things to do. Do not worry. I feel like I'll probably be here for a while, and you do what you have to do. But it's nice to see you, Citrus. So yeah, I think thumbnailing is when you do like a little space instead of right away doing the big sketch. We do like a little preview of what it will look like. So I feel like that is what I'm thinking about doing. I made a redraw of a Hetalia screenshot, making my teen self happy. uh, what are the countries in it in your drawing? So let's see. So I want to do like let's have this reference over here. So we want to do like the body. I want to do like a hand, like he's talking or explaining something, and the hand should be like real close, so it should be like something um around here. Um, for that, we also need to do a little foreshortening with the arm, something like this. This is like just the pre-sketch because I usually go right away into a sketch, which is almost like my final art, but right now I feel like it should be smaller so that I can get a sense of what I need to do for it. All right. So I actually haven't watched the I don't think I fully watched the second season of Mob Psycho, and didn't full and I don't think the third season has come out, has it? Whichever the case it is, I haven't watched it, but I think I read quite a lot from the manga, which should cover at least to season two. That's what I think I've read. Honest, I'm honestly sort of glad I wasn't the right age when Hetalia was popular in the West. I think it wasn't. Um, I know people my age that were into Hetalia. I saw a little bit of it, but not too much. Not yet. It's coming out in October. Oh, I see, I see. Maybe I should catch up. I don't know where the story is at in the anime. I think I saw past or I mean I read past the broccoli stage, some of that arc, but I don't know where it is um in the anime. Chewy Italy looking sad. It turned out pretty nice for something I did in 30 minutes. Well, that is actually a good time to do. Like that is pretty quick because I probably would have also been involved with Homestuck. uh, I got to Homestuck pretty late, I would say, but I enjoyed that. It was a good read. I watch Mob Psycho on Cartoon Network every night. Mob is my beloved, my darling. Mob is pretty, like the whole thing is super cool to me. I really enjoyed One Punch Man, and Mob Psycho even has a certain charm to it, especially the way that they're drawn. I don't feel like they're drawn super how could I say it? It's not like the drawings are perfect, but I feel like that adds a lot of charm in a weird way. They're like not the best, but the style is so fun because of it. I don't know how to explain it. Um, yeah, I would say that. Hey, Chanda, or Ali, right? Hello. By the way, did I say hi, Peyton? Hi. Thank you for letting me know when it's coming out. Yeah, I usually like ever since I started reading manga, I've been more into manga overall. So I don't usually keep up with anime dates or anything, but I feel like there's some special cases where I should, and this is probably one that I could pick up and still have fun with it because especially like I said, I really enjoy the art style, and I would say that the anime has a lot of charm included in it as well, especially because of the coloring and the effects and the way that animation is done. It's really the animation, I feel like it's super cool. Glad to see another manga enjoy. You know, I actually was against manga for a long while I was starting to watch anime because I always thought that I feel like I made the usual arguments which are like, oh, but you know, you can hear voices, you can't uh hear music, you're seeing it in black and white, you're things like that. People usually like uh, say that, and I feel like I used to say that I didn't like manga because of that. But now I've come to realize that manga is actually a lot better um than people think about it. What is Tumblr? It's an old website which has the reputation of um how could I say this? I feel like it had a reputation of um somewhat building up this big fan bases. So usually they would all have one opinion and things like that. So yeah, it's like a website. It's not that used anymore, but it's still the idea. Like it's funny to say the Tumblr Sexyman because they usually have one um guy that they're all quote unquote simping over. So like in the past it's been Sans from Undertale and the Onceler, things like that. Hi Bacon. Let me see. Sequential art is not the same medium as an animation and it shows stuff with Berserk, Vagabond and JoJo, especially still well run. Stuff that is way too detailed to be animated. Honestly, anime sometimes it just takes away the charm from the manga. I like how the new animes look generic. Where's Dave? I don't know. I haven't seen Dave in a while. I feel like they usually said they had like school at night or something too. So, yeah. Yeah, like I said, I feel like I one time I started reading manga and that really unlocked my point of view. Like I said, whoa, manga actually has a lot of things that I really enjoy. For example, the art, it's actually a lot better usually because we're focusing on um, specific drawings, so um, animation has to take some shortcuts sometimes. So art is usually better looking, and I mean usually, not all the time. Hey Jay, hello. Where's Bacon? Bacon just said hi. um, then I also feel like I used to watch anime super fast, but I can read manga a lot faster, so I can go in my own pace like a lot better. So that's super fun to me. Just out of convenience, I guess. And also like when I started to read manga, um I actually did it during classes, so it was like a really great way to do it. I wouldn't recommend it because I started failing a lot, but um even so I feel like that yeah, that made something. Hey, you might be new here, Jay. Well, Jay is actually not new, but maybe you two haven't met before. I feel like usually whoever can be on stream also depends on the time that I'm streaming. Sometimes um I stream at different hours, so that's what happens. Um Sometimes. And that too industry tends to at needing to make profit to sustain itself, and suddenly all the universal art style become a hell of a lot more understandable. Yeah, yeah, probably. Not really, lol. Yeah, no. I Don't Like You turns your favorite manga into a generic anime with generic voice casting. Hopefully not. Uh, what was your first anime? Mine was Toriko. Which one is Toriko? Let me give it a look. Ooh, I haven't watched Toriko. Um, my first anime. Hmm. No, Poju is not bacon. Bacon said they're cooking, so I don't know. Pollo is pollo. Um, my first anime. I, I don't know. For example, I don't think I would count things like Pokemon and Digimon, things like that. So the first one that I actually started watching and started my anime watching career for per se was Ranma One Half, which is also my favorite manga. Um, and one of my favorite animes. Because I did watch it a little bit when I was younger. Um, I had a cousin who introduced it to me, and I really liked it. Um, and when I started watching anime, I started with that one, and then I went along with some other examples like the usual, Death Note and things like that. I love Ranma. Ooh, yeah, I love it too. I feel like um nowadays it's not as recognized, but I don't know, it's just so fun. I feel like it's super funny, um, super dynamic, and I really like um everything about it. I feel like I had a crush on Akane when I was smaller, and then when I watched it again, I still thought she was my favorite, even though most people do not enjoy her for some reason. Deep Boys, Deep Boys. So what the hell, Matthew Mercer? Just get him in here. Yeah, they. I feel like whenever I hear something like that, it's always Matthew Mercer, which is, I mean, it's not bad per se, but I don't talk about the classics, then Oran High School Host Club was my first one. That's a fun one too. Let's see. I need some reference. I was always on Rama's side, even if he was wrong. I think it's fun to back him up, even though Rama would get into um, very weird situations, especially with misunderstandings. Most of the time, the series is about misunderstandings and funny situations. But yeah, watch Dragon Ball Z, then watch Dragon Ball Z, then Dragon Ball Super Broly, and then Dragon Ball Super. I actually did watch the Dragon Ball Superhero movie recently. My first was probably Dragon Ball Z. I didn't get to watch too much of Dragon Ball Z. I think I've said it before, but I mostly only watched some of the Boo saga, and I think that was it. Although I think I was told to watch Kai because it trims some of the fat or something, and I sailed the seven seas to watch it over the internet. So, um, you did watch that? Let's see. Oh, I forgot what I was. All right. I don't want to get too distracted, so let's keep on doing the thingy. I think my first anime was Pokemon probably. I mean, if I'm thinking about it, like the first thing that I watched that was anime, it could be Pokemon, but I don't think I was thinking about it as anime, so that's why I wouldn't say it was like um when I think about the first one that I watched, I usually think about it like whenever I actually started watching anime, like one after another. So that's why I say Ranma. But yeah, I feel like probably if I'm going chronologically, it would be um something like Pokemon. Cause the exposure was there, things like that. My first anime always Attack on Titan. I had to watch the episodes that people uploaded to YouTube. Ooh, I also used to watch anime on YouTube. Um, I feel like watching Attack on Titan on YouTube feels like uh pretty late to me, but I feel like I did watch Rama one half on YouTube and things like that. But after a while I feel like they stopped or they were better at keeping things away from YouTube, but who knows? Sometimes there are clips and that's enough. I must say Ten Tenchi was mine, but not sure. But I have to go to dinner. All right, have a nice dinner. You don't think about Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer as anime, but it was outsourced to Japan. I like the way they animated the movement REIGEN does with his hands. Yeah, I think the animation overall is super awesome in Mob Psycho, and I really enjoy the art style in the manga and in the anime. I feel like it's pretty sketchy, pretty um I don't know, it's not that like the art style is not super um there, but it's something. There's something there. I don't know how to explain it. It's a charm that one has, even though um one isn't the best artist, let's say, but there's a lot of charm in what he does. Yeah, I still don't get why people are attracted to Reagan again, but I mean, he's also my favorite character, so maybe it's just that it's like he's people's favorite and that's it, something like that. Is that how it works? Maybe. He is a fun character, like really interesting. It helps that he's such a good visual storyteller despite not having the best technique. He's a natural at paneling. Yeah, I mean, like, I read a lot of the One Punch Man webcomic, and I think that has been my favorite iteration of One Punch Man. His composition. I didn't know anything about Mob Psycho when I saw the first episode on Cartoon Network, but the animation blew my mind, so I watch it every night. Did you watch right away from the first episode, or did you watch another one? Because I feel like, if I remember correctly, I feel like the first episode has a really good, super well animated scene. Yeah, One Punch Man. I noticed too. Yeah, One Punch Man. It was funny to me too, but I'm just looking at a lot of reference images in my other monitor, so that's why I'm like thinking hard on how I should do this and all of that. Um, his composition and stuff is super good, but the rest is very loose and janky. Yeah, janky might be a good word for it, and I think uh I think that really explains it, and I find that fun. I really like Serizawa. He's a wet dog of a man. I mean, that's a way to put it, right? He's an interesting character, indeed. I don't know. Mob Psycho is full of very interesting characters, very peculiar, I would say. From the first episode to the last one of the second season. Oh, I see. I think I watched some of the second season. Like I watched the whole first season and then some of the second one, but I didn't fully finish it, I think. For Mob Psycho, I just love how dumb the characters look because of the default expression. Yeah, yeah, they have like a very characteristic thing that one does. I feel like the simple faces and expressions, they're so fun. Let's see. I need to speed this up a little bit. I feel like I'm getting stuck in research. I'm looking at images, but I don't see. I feel like I need some references that I'm not getting. Let's see. Maybe it's this. All right. I think maybe I've got it. I got good enough references, and maybe I can do it now. All right. Like I said, this should have been thumbnailing. I'm clearly not thumbnailing anymore, but let's start doing more rough sketching. I need this rough sketching in order to actually get somewhere. Um, Instead of doing, I usually like my sketches almost look my final piece, and right now I feel like I should make make this so that I can start filling areas with whatever. Um, so this is the default pose. I don't want to fully do it, but I think I want to start working from this, and we can start erasing and adjusting a little bit. I feel like that's the way to go. So basically, what I'm gonna be doing, I don't usually do this, but I feel like maybe it will work here. I think I will start to blend some of the reference instead of just looking at it. It's like doing a simple copy, and then I'll have to adjust whatever um things I need to adjust. Thoughts on Dimple? Uh it's funny to me because Dimple can be uh such an annoying little little thing, but at the same time, I feel like I really love the energy that Bringle, that Dimple brings. Um, the Pringles. No, 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 the Bringle. I was trying to say bring and Dimple at the same time, so that's what happened. Uh, I don't know. It really adds to the dynamic to me. Uh, I don't enjoy like every single arc that Dimple has, per se, in a way, but at the same time, like I said, I feel like it's growth. I feel like it's all in fun, and Dimple does add something really fun to the dynamic. I feel like it wouldn't be the same without Dimple, and I actually really like the design. I actually do plan to draw Dimple on this image too. Wouldn't be complete without our beloved Dimple. To this day, I don't know how Mob sounds in the original anime. What do you mean by that? What I love the most about Mob uh, is how Mob changes as a character and how he gets a little bit more comfortable with himself as time goes on. Yeah, and actually, that also goes into um, the thing he does about self-improvement, which I feel like it's really, really fun. He doesn't just wanna, you know, use his powers and things like that. So that's a good dynamic that he has, and he does have like a good growth, especially like whenever you see Mob having like a little conflict with Reagan, there is a, there are things to be said whether or not like Reagan is taking advantage, but I feel like at the same time he does care about Mob, and he he wants to still, make money and take advantage of the whole deal. He also wants Mob to grow whenever he actually realizes that okay, Mob needs to do whatever he needs to sometimes. Even though, he still wants to continue on with his somewhat scams. Taking a small break, I have to do four more serious things I cannot disclose to you. I see, I see. Top secret. Secret memes. That's okay. But hopefully you have fun during this small break. Character development, baby. You should the mark of a good character. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I watched the whole anime with the Latin dub, so I can how the show sounds. Oh, there is a Latin American dub. I didn't know about that. I usually don't watch any dub, like I do subs, but whenever when I started watching anime, I used to watch the dubs. So like when I watched Ranma, I watched it dubbed, and then same with Death Note and things like that. I just thought like reading subtitles was gonna take away from the experience for me. In the end, it actually didn't, so it's pretty. I do prefer subs now by way like far too much prefer it. It's just inherently satisfying to see a character react and change based on what's around them and their prior motivation. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like Joseph from JoJo's. I mean, kinda. I feel like Joseph, um, yeah, I would say the same as Janix. Isn't Joseph isn't the exact example I would use, but I mean, there is character growth on Joseph, like for real. But at the same time, he always does keep his like cockiness and things like that. I guess you could always say that when he's older, he's kind of different. But whenever he gets the time to shine, he goes back to his old uh ways, which is not bad. I feel like Joseph is one of my favorite JoJo's, especially when young. But yeah, sadly, I feel like the character that develops the most that I've seen in JoJo's would be one of my least favorites, even though it would be perhaps like unpopular opinion. I feel like Koichi is the one that had the most development in JoJo's Part 4, but that was somewhat bad for me because I really liked the design of Josuke, and I feel like Koichi became like the main protagonist somewhat. So yeah, I prefer dub because I can watch it while drawing, especially if I'm not into the anime, but I want to watch it. It's weird for me because I don't think I've ever done that thing about watching a show while drawing or while doing like work. I usually feel like I want to fully watch it or I want to be fully immersed. I don't know if I could I don't know if I could watch a show while doing something else. But I don't know, I really haven't tried it. It's just I do watch a lot of YouTube and podcasts and streams while doing other things, so maybe I could do it with shows, but I'm not sure. I generally can't watch anything dubbed. Etiquette feels weird once I know their actual voice. Yeah, 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 I understand. The only one I managed to watch exactly was exactly Jojo because of Joseph. They dubbed him so well in Portuguese. Oh, really? That sounds fun, actually. Lately, I feel kind of bored of the Japanese voice casting etiquette. Feels like everyone has the same voice over and over. I mean, that could happen, especially in some generic animes, I guess. But I feel that too. The English dub nailed Battle Tendency too. You know what? Which dub I know is super super good. I feel like which one? Oh, I was gonna say Space Dandy. Um, I've watched it subbed, but whenever I watch clips on YouTube, it's usually dubbed. and I don't mind. I feel like they did a great job at it. Uh, the only dub I can watch is uh Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles dub. Expect a lot of me talking about it. I mean, isn't that dubbed in English as a thing normally? Juske is so cool. Yeah, I think so too. I really like the design and things. I love Ben Diskin as Joseph, and I'm still miffled that he wasn't brought on to do old Joseph. Oh, so they did a different actor for old Joseph? I mean, it kind of makes sense, but maybe he could have done both. He could probably do old people, probably. I dislike JoJo in Spanish. Like, I think part 4 is in Latin dub and Spanish dub, and I dislike both. Ooh. Yeah, sometimes the dub doesn't do it. Sometimes it does. I mean, can be good sometimes. I wouldn't say watching dub anime is bad. That's something I wouldn't say because I have been in the space and I have enjoyed it while I watched it. I just don't do it anymore. But I feel like there's a space for it, and I mean people have said it here. It can work a lot if you it can work out if you wanna do another thing and also listen to it. I've thought about that too. Especially Greaves considering Richard Epcar sounds nothing like Ben Diskin. Going from part two's dubs to part three is like Whiplash. Really? I think I need to hear it because I don't remember. The the dub for part four was awful. It's mainly because I'm so used to multitasking. I feel like I multitask a lot, but I don't know if I could do it for shows because I usually would like to see it like with my full attention. I'm really like that. I really get into it. But maybe I should do that for shows that like I think you said it too. There's some shows that I could maybe wouldn't be like super into it, but kind of want to watch it. So maybe for those. I hate Okuyasu's English voice. I have problems with the English dub, just like someone here said about Japanese, but for me it's English. All sounds like exact same voice, especially in My Hero Academia. Uh, it happens to me too with English dubs. I feel like sometimes they overuse like the anime voice. They do like, oh, what? I don't think so. Something like that. They like I feel like they overuse that tone of voice, and and usually the main protagonist always sounds the same, something somewhat like that. And to me, in Japanese, at least usually there's um a difference depending on the mood or something. We're the same, one have mind. Part 4's Spanish dub released through Amazon Prime is such a meme. But Beastars in Latam dub is such a masterpiece. God, they nailed it. I feel like I heard something like that before. Like I don't know. Like think I saw a clip somewhere, and they said like all this. They made like a comparison. I didn't watch the anime. I just read the manga, so I don't know. Really good dinner, sleepy time. The thing when you eat and then you get sleepy. I don't usually get that, but I know a lot of people do. The show better be excellent for me to give the show my full attention. I can see that happening. Dumb Beetle for the one voice actor, number one voice actor. I don't think I could. I wish I could voice act, but the thing is, I feel like I have such a specific voice. So I used to be in the mindset of I used to be in the mindset of I want to do a lot of voices, but if I ever had to do a voice, I feel like I had to do something within my voice range. And yeah, I wasn't. I don't feel like I like my voice that much. I think you Grubs has have said it's not, but I feel like my voice is too nasally, like so nasally. I guess this is a goodbye. Bye, Ellie. Hopefully, I can see you next time. Careful, Dung. You might get cast as Rikiel or Donatello in the next batch of Stone Ocean episodes. Really? I mean, I wouldn't mind um if I have to do that. Do you have kind of a specific voice? I think so. I mean, I wouldn't say like I have a practice voice for something. The thing I would say it's like I feel like my voice is too specific. So I can't do you have a really calming voice. It's nice to listen to. Oh, thank you. I feel like I don't get it myself, but I'm glad that you think so. The Portuguese dub for Beastars is awful, at least for my taste. Just the way they say Japanese names makes me want to jank my use of. It's not nasally, I just can't figure out what the hell your accent is. uh, yeah, maybe, yep, some accent. I can't for the life of me figure it out. I feel like I just have a bad, uh, um, I I feel like maybe I just have like a bad enunciation. Um, and the reason why I think I've said it's nasally, uh, I think for most of my life I've been BRB. Okay. I think I've been a mouth breather. Uh, so when I was born, the doctor said I had a thing in my nose, like too much mucus that uh would obstruct the way I would breathe in. So I think for the longest time I I used to breathe through my mouth, and even today I feel like I have almost no sense of smell. But nowadays I can breathe through my nose. The thing was, they could do surgery on me when I was really small, or they could just wait it out and I should grow into it. And I still can't fully breathe, but I can breathe a lot more through my nose now. So that's why I also do believe um I speak nasally. Maybe it's it is a lot less now than it was before. But yeah, I feel like for the longest time that used to be the case. Um Hi Scorpy. The Venus flytrap. I love Venus flytraps. How are you? I used to have like there were a lot of little, how would you call it, little fruit flies um at my place at one point, and I got a Venus flytrap. But when I got it, I feel like they just stopped the little how would- the little flies stopped hanging out in here, so now my Venus flytrap didn't have any food, so I was like, what was the point then? You were supposed to be the food of my Venus flytrap. But yeah, I do want to have more carnivorous plants in the future. I do also love the Nepenthes. Is it that? But yeah. So I had to do a surgery because of that, because I would just stop breeding and not come back. Yeah, kind of like that. So I adapted and just had to breathe through my nose for the longest time. For through my mouth, I meant to say. I kind of had the same experience as a baby. I used to just stop breathing for some minutes. No, when I was small, I used to sound like I used to sound like there was it's funny because there was a video of my parents took and I was saying something and no matter how many times I kept saying it, they wouldn't understand me because just because of how nasally I was. I would be like and something like that. So since we're all friends here, can I bite you, Dunk? I actually like in real life I do not like being bite and being bitten. I feel like some people do enjoy biting and I don't know, maybe I'm too sensitive, but I feel like it really hurts for me like too much. What was that sound? Well, that was how I used to sound. It's also kind of similar to how I do the Grubs voice. Uh, Man was a Banjo Kazooie character in his childhood. Yeah, something like that. Something like that for real. They do they do very specific sounds like that. I feel like it's pretty funny. Then became a little guy for a minute. That's how whenever I do the Grubs, I do something very similar to that. Where I do that. But if I had to do a non-speaking voice for me, I feel like it would be similar to my own real voice tone, I guess. I need to speed this up. I feel like I've been very chatty today, but I haven't been very drawy today. uh, Sounds like a Pokemon. So we're all just a kid version of you. I mean, uh, you are Grubs, so in a way, yeah. I am the beetle. You are the Grubs. That's sort of how it works. Yeah, because Grubs turn into adult beetles. Yeah. I somehow feel like I did a Mob Psycho drawing a real. No, I didn't just notice. Now notice. Shut up. No way. Really? I mean, it's okay. It's okay. I don't judge. Just surprised. Or maybe you're just joking. I don't know. It's kind of the idea. Although, like I said, in the lore, grubs do turn into somewhat of a. I don't do grubs exactly as a dung beetle. I feel like grubs would be um like golden scarabs. Can I be a grub with some chunky shoes? You wanna have the drip? I mean, you can. Uh, am I the only one that isn't automatically freaked out by spiders? Uh, I mean, I'm not either. I'm really keen to insects and arachnids and things like that, so I don't I wouldn't get freaked out. I mean, unless um a really big one landed on me like real quickly, I probably would get uh freaked out in a way that I'm not sure if it's dangerous or not yet. But if I if I know that it's okay to handle it, I would. I think I've handled let's say let's use let's use this thumb uh as a reference image. I've handled spiders that are around this size. Let's say something like this. Um, it's a bad drawing, but you get me. I think I've handled spiders like this, and I've actually got bitten by spiders like that. But otherwise, I wouldn't be um freaked out. Can no, I actually kind of like spiders. I am freaked out by spiders, but I know it's kind of irrational for the most part. Um, yeah, I wouldn't say I'm freaked out. I could be surprised. That's what I would say. Like I could be surprised by insects, but and arachnids, but I'm not freaked out. Like it's for me it's different. I don't get scared. I could get surprised. And I feel like that's different. Like a surprise would be uh after knowing what it is immediately I can be very chill about it. Uh hey Wows. Wowsa. Are you Dave? I can't really tell. Maybe I'm wrong. Sometimes if I'm wrong, I'm sorry about it. I wasn't meaning to, but Dave usually changes profile pics and names, and I can tell. Grub in a maid outfit. Hey Monochrome. I wanna have the drip so badly. I used to have a phobia of bees. I think wasps can be scary. I feel like they have a reputation of being angry and yeah. I'll have to draw this, but I want to be a grub with a hammer on that peace was never an option meme. Oh, that would be fun. I could see that. I've handled it as scorpion in a presentation once. Really? Um, how did you do that? Did you grab it from the tail or something, or did you use pliers? I want to be a grub with drip and a maid outfit. That's getting real specific. Peace was never an option. You just chose against it for me. Hi, Melvin. How are you? All right, we're getting somewhere slowly, but we're getting there. Want to do the big hands that the show has. So let's do that. And I should, in order to do this, um, I should actually employ kind of the thing that I did for the Metabot, which was like I had to turn off my brain a little bit so that I don't end up fully copying the art style. I'm gonna do that right now. It's like time to turn off the brain, time to turn on like the let my art do itself, right? I think that's the way that I want to go about it. Um, wait, is this? So one, two, and then somewhat like this. All right, yeah. This is no. Actually, this is. I feel like this is kind of the opposite. This is not neuron activation. This is neuron deactivation. I need to deactivate my way of seeing things because whenever I draw something that I'm taking reference of, I usually end up copying the art style a little bit and not do my own thing. Um, but I feel like I want to actually do completely my own thing instead of doing this. So I'm actually gonna start with this. We're gonna make it a little bit bigger. What if Reagan Grub? I feel like the easiest one would be to do a Dimple Grub. Did I mention that I have a character that has a pet alien slug? That sounds fun. That sounds I love slugs too. And a pet alien slug does sound funny. Did I mention that I'm in college right now? I've been feeling pretty bad recently. This is one of my biggest joys on Mondays. I'm happy to hear that I could at least bring you some joy on Mondays. Um, are you having a tough time with school right now? I mean, it can be really stressful at times, so I understand. All right, it's time. Let's see what I can do. Yeah. I feel like I also hope things get easier for you. It's good to have it's good to do every single homework you're assigned. It always helps the understanding that you have in things, I feel. And it's also really good if you ask teachers for help if you need to. I feel like most people don't ask for help, and sometimes when you ask for help, they actually do want to help, and I feel like that is important too. Like if you have any doubts in class, ask, and sometimes that it helps. I mean, if you just feel like the issue is that you have a lot of work to do, uh, I know that's a rough one, but sometimes maybe organizing helps. That is what I feel. I haven't figured out if I want to make the alien slug to make noise because real slug don't make noise. They could always make like um somewhat Gary noises from SpongeBob. I feel like that's like look those like I don't know like something like that. I don't know. They made like little noises like that. You could think about it like making slushy noises instead of them doing the noise. Mom, but the only thing that changes is that she goes a grub. That would be interesting. Thanks, Jetix. It's kind of my own fault, really. I need to do my part and step out of my comfort zone. That does really happen sometimes. So, yeah, do not take the chance to try your best whenever. Sometimes it is tough, but it is important. So, yeah. All right. Let's Let's do this. Let's exaggerate the pose. Let's. I need more space. I need a compilation of Dom making noises for yesterday things. I've actually been thinking about I need more shorts and I need more like little stream highlight clips. I wouldn't say the my noise making would be the best part of it, but YouTube does have like a clipping feature. So maybe in the future would be cool if you Grubs also do clip things so that I can actually post uh parts like post little shorts on YouTube and TikTok. Maybe it would also help the stream get more recognition, I feel. Not that it that should be your job. I just sometimes I don't know what would make a good clip out of the stream. So that's why I'm saying it like that. Like kind of asking. I'm literally my worst enemy. I kind of am like that sometimes. I do waste a lot of time, so I feel like that's bad on my end. But I don't know. It can be hard. But don't be rough on yourself. Just whenever you can, give it your all, and I feel like that's a good thing. Uh, Recently I made horror art because I have a cutesy art style, so drawing something creepy would be a fun challenge. Oh yeah, I mean, stepping out of your art style can be fun. I I've been wanting to make like a little creepy short. I remember Citrus was talking the other time about Junji Ito's stories kind of like that. And I actually do have one that I want to make, and I could make it for Halloween, but I'm not sure if I could manage to do it in time, but maybe I'll try. I want to set up my thing for the animations, but something like that. I do have some ideas because I would say that I don't have like the best horror art style, but there's some things that I could do that could be fun in that sense. You know, my self-sabotaging habits should go out for a drink together or something. I want to give a shout out to me because after 2 or 3 years, I finally decided to what my main OC story is. Ooh, really? I mean, yeah, actually coming up with a story, I feel like that's tough. So congrats for real. I have certain uh things that I plan to do, like stories, and I have things like animations or somewhat comics that I want to make. But I actually feel like my brain works so differently whenever it comes to stories. I feel like some people's like the structures or like thinking about the characters and or like thinking about situations. But actually my favorite part is just simply thinking about tropes and somewhat doing a parody of what I wanna do, you know? That's and I feel like that is not that typical because usually people kind of dislike getting into tropes. They feel like this has been done way too much or things like that. But to me, I feel like I really enjoy when things have like a very clear pattern. It's really funny to me. Uh, Let me read back. I'd poison his drink. Wait, what? What art YouTubers do you like? Uh, Maybe I should do the opposite and make some kind of happy instead of my usual edgy bent pieces when I actually finish something. That would be a good thing to practice. My art is ugly and creepy. I mean, if you like it that way, I think that sounds really good. Intentionally or unintentionally. Yeah, that could have a different meaning, I guess. I want everyone's drawing accounts to follow. I was just about to ask that. I really want to write it when NaNoWriMo comes this November. What is NaNoWriMo? Nano. I don't know what that is. I have a character that's poisonous, so I made her very bright colors to allude to poisonous animals. I love poisonous animals, which are very colorful and bright, so that sounds really good. Well, I actually have to have something to post, uh, then post it to @J. Oh, I know what I could do. What would you do? I love bright colors. Yeah, I also love bright colors. I could do Fantasy Zone fan art. I already requested you to draw a Popa once upon a stream. Oh yeah, that could be a fun thing to do. And it's really colorful, so I can see that working out. All right. Finally feel like I'm moving this along. I feel like I needed to do, the crazy lines and things like that. Um, I need to kind of rework on this. Uh, let's see. Is the hand properly placed? Yeah, it kind of is, but the fingers are kind of weird. So I need to something like that. Then the thumb, and then we're gonna do something like this. I feel like it should be grabbing a little bit more, but maybe I should just do it like this, and this would actually look better. Even though it's a lot simpler, it I feel like it works. Something like this. All right. My favorite colors are purple and green. Ooh, those are actually one of some of my favorite colors too. I mean, I would say um like together. Like for example, in my scale of colors, blue is my favorite, then green, then maybe I'm around thinking around orange or yellow, but green and purple together are one of my favorite combos. Like love it so much for real. So I totally approve of that. Um, Nano is an event that gives you a month to try to write your own novel or story. Ooh. What's your idea like overall? What is it about? If you want to share. I also want to practice backgrounds, machinery and organic shapes in Fantasy Zone hit all of those beats. Actually, practicing backgrounds is super underrated, and I feel like that would be a fun thing to do. Yeah, like Max of Opposed to Spaceship, simple is good. Fantasy Zone has some levels with wacky structures in the background and very simple, clearly visible shapes for terrain. Yeah, I feel like you should actually do that. And as a challenge, I'm telling you, you should actually finish it. Since you say you almost always don't finish things, that would be like a good way to putting it. Especially the thing about the background. I feel like that's a great thing to practice. So hopefully you'll do it. Uh, I actually had purple by itself, but combined with another color, it looks better. Um, I like purple by itself, although I really like purple and green specifically. Um, that I really enjoy. There's spiders in my room, because I get because they get rid of some of the annoying bugs. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I usually always think that way too. I feel like, maybe it's okay if you're here. You should help me with some of the annoying ones. But there's sometimes that I see spiders and I feel like there are still annoying bugs around. I feel like, wait, are you doing your job or are you not? I heard that backgrounds are also characters. If I think about it like that, I might try back with backgrounds. It seems so boring. Oh no, I actually feel like if you ever like whenever I'm trying to do an animation, I feel like a thing that I want to do right away are backgrounds because I feel like that kind of sets the tone and you can do a lot of fun things even if simplified. The problem is that it takes a lot of time away from the animation for me. Since I'm only doing it by myself, um it really takes away from me working on the animation, but I really like having backgrounds because of that. I do feel like it adds a lot to the art pieces that uh, you would do or whatever. Maybe for normal art, I get it that maybe it's a lot more boring. But if you think about it like a show or things like that, there are so many backgrounds that have a lot of personality. Um, for example, one that I really enjoy are the backgrounds of Ed, Ed, and Eddie. Um, they have like really weird colors sometimes, but it works super well. Like, let me find a good example. Simple but super effective. I don't know. I feel like you see only a few colors. Uh, Even if it's not super detailed, it feels like um very alive. It gives like you know which character it is from and things like that. I There's some things that I really enjoy about like backgrounds like that. Like for example, this, and even it is a lot of purple and green. You know, this looks super fun. And this is really simple, so it doesn't have to be super elaborate every time. Like sometimes you could do it if that's your art style, but like this to me looks super fun. Um, with a lot of character, and I want to do things like that. Hello, Bluetooth. What's up? How is your Monday? How has been your Monday? I feel like we're getting pretty late to the day, but still want to ask. Backgrounds are only as boring as your framing, subjects, and lighting. Two teens go to explore an abandoned gas station and find out a weird door in the middle of nowhere. They go inside and they get to a weird place where they find and hurt their god. Well, that escalated quickly. Recently, I like to be multi-animator maps. Uh, like in collabs for animations, something like that. Over the Garden Wall has such good backgrounds. I actually don't remember too much of Over the Garden Wall. I feel like I watched it and then it has been erased from my mind after a while. But I'm seeing some images, and those are actually like super, how would I say it, well drawn backgrounds. I couldn't do something like that because that would take too much time away for me. Hey MJ, making most things the same color gives it a nice feel to it. Yeah, so you don't always have to do like every single detail, but you could always have like a nice color palette so that it doesn't clash with what you're doing, things like that. That is pretty fun to me. Backgrounds are what my worst nightmare. Yeah, they can be hard, and it is a thing you have to practice. Oh, you're going to sleep, Poyo? Have a good night. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Damn, those color choices are almost harvest. Not much, trying to draw and relaxing. Really, what are you drawing? Backgrounds are one of my biggest challenges. I have to use reference because I have trouble imagining them. Well, using reference is totally valid, so I don't think that's bad. Um, and I do think that as artists, people usually don't focus on backgrounds. So I know it is a challenge. It has been a challenge for me too, and um, I wouldn't say I'm the best at it yet either. And I don't like doing them always, because if I'm only doing like a drawing of the character, I feel like it's not needed. But if I'm doing an animation, like I feel like they have to be in a place. They have to be set in an area, and you have to understand where they're standing, um, where they're at, everything like that. So that's why I've been keen on doing more backgrounds. The only real background I ever drew was an older piece of art of some abandoned zoo exhibit in the dark inside of a building. That sounds really specific, but I feel like that does sound cool too. Plus atmospheric scattering sort of makes everything into the same color anyway. So it's literally more physically accurate, more convincing to do at a distance. Yeah. And drawing a character, one of my OCs, trying to do an art trait with a Mewtwo. Oh, that's really nice. Um, and trying to so you're doing two things, right? If I understand that correctly, or is drawing your OC part of the art trait? It's getting late here, so I have to go to bed. Your favorite maid grub with the drip says bye. Thank you for the stream. No, thank you for dropping by. I'm really glad you came by, and hopefully I can see you next Monday. Bye, Limon. Have a good night. Don't let the bed bugs bite either. um, I try my best to make my backgrounds make sense, but it's so hard. I mean, the thing that I would say is try to pick an art style or try to pick an idea of what you want to do, because sometimes when we do backgrounds, I feel like um maybe we just go off and start doing every single detail, and maybe it's not that important to the art piece. Like I said, it really depends on what you're doing, and you can get away with it not being as detailed, or having a limited color palette. See what is it that you want to do and try to work on that. I feel like that would help. Like whenever I do um backgrounds, I think, okay, do I want this to be let's take a quick look. Um let's take a quick look. Like it really depends on what I'm doing. Like for example, the first one that I did for Sonic, I didn't finish my second Sonic animation that I was working on, but this one, if you look, the backgrounds are really simplified. Like um I just did colored lines, and then I did like some other tones. But overall this is really simple, but I feel like if I didn't if I wasn't doing that, I if I sorry, I got distracted by the animation. Like I said, if I didn't do the backgrounds, I don't think it would look the same. Like for example, this I couldn't do this without a background, even though if it's really simple. Like let's take a look. Like this is simple, like almost like 3 or 4 colors for the blue, and almost like 3 or 4 colors for the brown. But overall, I feel like if I don't know, I like doing backgrounds like that. Um, but for example, with the JoJo's one, I went into more detail, but I also tried to not make it the I just used like 4 or 5 backgrounds and I reused them and things like that. And I really enjoyed this. I feel like they had a lot of character. I did a little bit of noise filtering in there. Oh, maybe some of it, I don't know if you watched the animation, but this is a fun Easter egg that I did. This is like a wanted sign poster, and if you look at this correctly, this is me. You see it? Look, it's me. But yeah, I did a little bit of chromatic aberration, just a few color splashes in some areas, some lines, and in lines is cool. Um, like I feel like doing this without the background, I really enjoy that. Let's grab another frame. So yeah, that's why I say like I do really enjoy making backgrounds for things like this because I feel like they add a lot more character than usually. My God, I didn't notice that. I mean, I usually put sometimes, not all the time. I usually do some Easter eggs in my animations. Like for example, this background splashes of thing whatever over here, and I don't know. I don't feel this would be the same if it was like just white like this and you know I mean people would do this overall, but I mean I have to do it more often. I have to work with white backgrounds because I don't always have the time to actually do um I don't always would be I mean it would be better if I don't always do everything, but whenever I can I do enjoy like adding backgrounds. I mean, not every time do not. I don't add backgrounds every time. I just mean like yeah. Oh, there right now. Meanwhile, I'm showing some Easter eggs. I don't know if you grubs saw this one. Um, I don't know if you remember the I did a Blight from Dead by Daylight animation. I didn't enjoy the backgrounds in that one too much. I was still kind of learning how I would like to do backgrounds myself. So I did this one. Um, Let me show it real quickly. A frame of it. So this is a frame of the animation, but I actually did do an Easter egg for this one. I don't remember if anyone saw it, but here is the little Easter egg. So if you look here, doing the background, here is the fly, here is the blight, and Do you see this two little these two little bugs? Interesting. Wh- What are we seeing around here? Is this the famous dung beetle? Right? And is this the other worldly known famous grub? Right? Really like that animation. Thanks. Let me read a little bit of chat. The wait. Just let me see where I left off. I made a little fun trio of characters based off the circus and the fair abandoned theme parks. Ooh, I love do you have a clown? I love clowns. Uh yeah, it's just my OC and the art tray is separate. Oh, I see. Minimalism is important, folks. Yeah, it is. Especially if you wanna be quick about it. My God, I didn't notice that. That's funny. The wanted poster. I've decided that giving up is the right answer. Wait, why? Giving up on what? Uh, the extra little bit of texture is accurate to JoJo. Props to you for keeping the ridiculous amount of hatching. You know what? I actually did take inspiration from the opening in JoJo's Part 6. Looking at that, I got an idea of like what the colors would be. Even though it's my style, I feel like that's where I kind of got the sense of what it should look like somewhat. Bug is wanted, cringe. uh Looks so cool. I should try simplified backgrounds with style. Yeah, you should. I feel like it's a good thing to practice too. Yeah, when I finish an art piece, I feel like I have to put in a background. I don't consider it finished until then. Uh, I mean, I could do like color splashes sometimes, but I do understand. Guys, the lesbian vampire furries are back. Are they? Uh, who are they? I think it's just a song title. I really like the animation. It's 12 in the morning where I live. Oh, it's pretty late there. It's 10:20 p.m. for me. Dumbledore confirmed to be omnipotent and omnipresent. I mean, at least in my animations, right? I remember hearing that last stream, but I didn't remember if they were a real group or who they were. Animation grub. 12 in the morning. It's like midnight for me. Nighttime. The abandoned theme park character is a jester. Oh, I see. I think the artist is into breakcore, but also Gen Z memes. My favorite song is Little Trauma Boy. I had to do homework, but the brain kept on messing up simple things and overthinking. Yeah, it's good to take a break every once in a while, and then you can get back into it. Felt that I couldn't just do color splashes either, unless I added just a bit of funky to it. I would feel like a cop out. Um, a little bit. I feel like it depends. I feel like I can do that sometimes. I don't want to do backgrounds every time, but I feel like it depends, I guess. Uh, but I mean, if you feel good about it, should be fine. Let me grab this a little bit because I kind of want to place this properly. All right, there we go. Funky Color Splash sounds like Splatoon 3. I wish I could play Splatoon 3. I don't have a Nintendo Switch. I still have hope that maybe in the distant future we might get Nintendo games on PC, like by 2024 or 2025. I could see Nintendo. This is my. I know people will say how wrong I am, but I feel like Nintendo will see that every company is doing PC games too, and at first my thought was like, oh, they should be on Steam and they should put like older games in there, like for example Splatoon 1 or other games that they have but that we could still play. Um that way it wouldn't mess their ecosystem, and it would make that so that some people would get into Nintendo games if they want to get the newest one right away. And I feel like, and now my theory has changed, and I feel like Nintendo would do PC games in their own browser. It's pretty late and I have to wake up at 6 a.m. Oh, I see. Understand you may have to go for now. Yeah. All right. Uh, bye, Jay. Have a good night, and don't let the bed bugs bite. I like saying that. I sometimes forget about it, but I do like that as like a goodbye phrase. It's pretty fun. I need to do something like a BHS cover. I'm still and still make it add something in a different way that just adding color to the canvas. Wait. Uh, and Fear is the youngest and leader, and I want to design a pet spider. Ooh, that would be fun. It's good for college. I mean, fair. Oh, I see. Which I don't even plan on going to. I need to do something like a. I read that. Um, want to play Splatoon? I haven't. Yeah, me neither. I haven't played one or two, or but maybe I played three. Um, yeah, I think I was really into a Splatoon. Uh, when are you going to live stream again? I do a live stream every Monday, so I should do that next Monday. I do plan to sometime in the future try to do more than one live stream a week, but for now it's just Mondays. I don't have a specific hour, but I usually do it like around this time or like a little bit earlier perhaps, but it's kind of like a afternoon-ish thing deal. I, I already beat Splatoon 3 story mode. I don't plan on getting the membership either. I mean, sometimes I do like playing solo, so it doesn't sound too bad because I might be going to bed soon. I understand. Hopefully I can see you next Monday too. It's been fun. Yeah, I was really into a Splatoon, the first one. I watched a lot of videos about it. I didn't play it myself because I didn't have a Wii U. Now I don't have a Switch, but now I'm not like watching anything Splatoon related. I feel like right now I would rather play it than watch it, but I don't know, I don't have that opportunity either, so it's whatever. Blank VHS covers are super cool. If I felt like having my figures playing with the fabric, that's the kind of aesthetic I'd go with for the background. I'll have to look into that. VHS. Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, and I think that's a good way to think about it. Is it can it can be like kind of a color splash, but at the same time it has like a purpose. Uh, because it might be yeah. If you go to bed, just let me know so that I can say goodbye. Uh, yep, I'm going to start doing my attention-seeking behavior again. Wait, what's going on? Starts breakdancing? Oh, I want to do live stream on my iPad for artwork, but I haven't figured it out quite yet. I don't know about that, honestly, but I'm guessing there should be a way to do that. Hey, DSI Flowers, you're too cute. Me? Thank you. You're too kind. I don't think I'm cute, but I guess I do have more of that vibe. I feel like that happens to me in real life too. Like, I wish I could be seen as cool, but I'm mostly seen as cute for some reason, and I'm like, no, I'm not going. I'm going for the cool vibe, not the cute vibe. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm not complaining. It's just funny to me. It's just a funny perception that people have. Ooh, I see something that I want to do with this. For example, I'm seeing this right now, and this doesn't have a perfectly um black outline. Kind of has like a greenish outline, so I want to do that too. But I'm taking too long today, sadly. Why won't you dance? 'Cause dancing killed my grandma. I see. I'm sorry. Dancing killed the queen too soon. Uh, honestly, um, I don't know if you grubs are aware of this. I was really into the idea that the queen was gonna reincarnate as the baby of Trisha Paytas. Maybe you don't know who Trisha is, but I found that real funny. Sadly, um, I believe that Trisha hasn't given birth yet, so that was not the case. The queen didn't reincarnate into Trisha's baby, but that was funny for me. I was I'm done with my fan art of you. I think I were to show it. Oh, really? You were doing fan art of me. Um, you can send it to me on Twitter, right? I believe you follow me there. You could tweet it at me or you could message me. To let me know, and I would like to see it. As for me, I go for the edgy vibe and mostly maintain it in my interactions. I mean, you can be wholesome at times, Janix, but you can be edgy if you want. Sometimes I've seen it too. Um, oh man, gosh, Teresa, come on. Emojetics, not the paidest baby. I paid my taxes. I mean, that's good. No grubs committing tax fraud. That's pretty good. You gotta give birth faster so that your baby can bear the weight of being the reincarnated queen. Yes, yes. That's the way that I looked at it. All right. We need to speed this up. Because at this rate, I don't feel like I'm gonna finish this week. Um, I've been pretty tired. I've been kind of scared of because I feel like I've been sleeping earlier. The problem is that I do wake up really early if I sleep early, and I've been scared. Like, I think I might be anemic right now. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm just panicking somewhat. But I feel like I've been super tired, like super sleepy all day, some things like that. But I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to do a checkup soon enough. Um, your voice is very relaxing and calm, and your attitude too. I'm sorry, but you're cute. Your reaction reminded me of a character in the animated series Bee and Puppycat. I recommended it. I recommend it. Which character? I only saw the pilot, and I think another episode that came out at another point. But I would like to know which character. That sounds interesting to me. I wonder who do I remind you of? Yeah, I don't mind if you think I'm cute. I don't hold any grudges. I just find it funny that I feel like I do go for a cool vibe, and I always end up giving a cuter vibe than I intend to. Also, thanks. I do not like. I don't know if you were earlier here on the stream. I was just talking about how I don't feel like my voice is that good because like I have a Jetix keeps saying I don't, but I do feel like I have a really nasally voice. But I guess it's funny that people find it somewhat good. I'm glad. I feel like I'm really glad. I feel like I really do appreciate the compliment. Thank you. All right. Um, I make wait. I'm making a knight character. What should his hair color be? Royal blue? That sounds good. His hair color should be orange. Hmm, orange. Let me see the colors. Royal blue. Yeah. Midnight blue color. I would like it to be royal blue, I think. Um, let's see. You just gotta be a little more toxic, Dung. I mean, I can't be in the right scenarios, I feel like. But this is I feel like the art streams are my chill zone, so that's why I look pretty chill and things like that. Because I can be pretty hyper sometimes. Although I'm not sure if I have the energy every time because of what I mentioned, but overall I feel like I can be pretty crazy. But he- like over here I'm just having a fun, chill time. That's the way I think about it. Takes Jetix, if you were a color, I'd say you're purple. Nana Dunk should be attention seeking like me. Starts breakdancing. Whichever flavor your voice comes in, it's your own voice. Don't worry about it. Um, like I don't feel like I don't worry about it in a sense like I don't feel like I'm insecure about it. I feel like I just know that it's not my biggest strength, at least in my eyes or in my ears, I guess. But yeah, blue sounds too typical for a night. I mean, maybe yeah. Orange. Orange could work. I would like orange if not blue. Anonymity takes makes you look mysterious and attract attention from people who want to know you, and abrasiveness can make you seem strong or independent. Um, am I mysterious? Yeah, I should be, right? Puppy Cat, when he wanted to buy the rocker rocker jacket, but he'd look too cute even with that. I don't know how to tell it. Oh, I totally understand. I don't know if I have seen that, but I totally understand what you mean. Like being rude but cute or something like that. Being rough but cute. Um, I feel like there are some areas where I can give like cooler vibes. I know this is like pretty chill, so I understand I give the cuter vibes. But like I said, it also happens to me in real life. So, oh, what can I do about it? I feel like I still do enjoy um being seen as cute. I do see it as a compliment. It's just funny to me. Uh, orange might be the way to go. Yeah, that sounds good. Orange or red? Puppy cat, yeah, because red is the protection, orange is more friendly while keeping that passion. I'm so indecisive about the color. I haven't seen many night characters with orange with a key color. Ooh, you know what? Are you doing like an armor? You should do like a very like don't do the typical silver. Do like orange or another color like that. So maybe orange hair and orange armor, something like that could be fun. You're just too cute, I guess. Suffering from success. CM perfect. Starts doing cartwheels. Did you mean warm? Don't embrace the cuteness? I mean, I don't reject it. It's just funny to me. I feel like even um when I was younger in school, um uh I had a phase where I didn't want to get hugged, but everyone would hug me. Like I would be like, no, uh, I shouldn't be hugged. Do not hug me. And everyone would hug me. Just something like that out of cuteness, I guess. But I mean, I was smaller. I'm not saying I'm cute now. Orange and red armor? Yeah, something like that. I think bronze would be good. If there are more light skin character, you could go for more dark. I'm just saying, like for example, if you did bronze instead of doing something like this, for example, let's say you're doing bronze and you're doing something like this. I don't know. Instead of doing that, try to saturate it a little bit more, just a little bit, doesn't have to be too much, and do a color like this, for example, something like that. And that, and for example, for the whenever you do the darker color, try to add a little bit of what is it? A little bit of red, maybe, things like that. That would look good. Do you know any word in Spanish? It's my language. Yeah, I should know a few words in Spanish, but it really depends on I don't know if I have anything in mind that I should say. Like, hola, flores. Because flowers, right? Terracotta color bronze. The terracotta warrior, something like that. Yeah. First name Tara, last name Coda. Where are you from? Flowers, DSI, Flowers. I mean, don't fully dox yourself, just the country. Just curious. Balances on tip of rope over a hurricane while sneezing. Now we just need something to go with every element besides Terra or Earth. Panacota Fugo. I actually feel like I have a lot of I wouldn't say a lot maybe, but I have a few Spanish speaking audience, it seems. I think Limon also speaks Spanish. Um, who else was there? Strawberry. Um, there was another name, but Tostada or something. But I don't remember if that was the other account of Strawberry. Strawberry had a second account. Um, but I feel like I've seen that. Ooh, doxing the Devint art handle. I see, I see. Okay, when you said Flores, I die from Ecuador. Oh, that sounds nice. What time is it for you over there? What else should I say in Spanish? Terry the Night. Terry the Night Brub. And C is a cool letter, bro. Maybe it fits because doing it with a C would be attention seeking behavior, right? Strawberries, frutillas, frutillas. Also, don't people say strawberries different ways, right? Like fresas. It's 22:44 p.m. It's the same time for me. I feel like 10. That's 10 p.m. I usually don't read in the 24 type cycle. I'm just saying you would know something that would accompany went in Latin. Oh, I see. That was a different thing about it. Yeah. Didn't mean to sound rude. True, true. I get myself the name Ventus because I was really into Homestuck. Really? What a surprise. I'm just kidding. I actually should move this around a little bit. Um, okay. Roleplays the French Revolution? Homestuck War flashbacks. Yup, yeah, yeah. I think okay, okay. I'm getting scared of how slow I'm going, but I don't know. I've been pretty chatty today. I've enjoyed it. We've had a quite a few topics today, and they've been a lot of fun. So I don't regret that, but at the same time, whenever I talk more, I get distracted more. But do not think that um I'm making excuses. I love talking, and I feel like that's part of streaming. If not, if I wanted to be fast, I wouldn't be streaming. The thing is, we want to hang out and have fun. When you speak in Spanish, one question: do you drive? I don't understand what you mean. Like, do I know how to drive? Yes. I'm not sure what's the reference there. Uh, I love the French. Let them eat the cake. Gonna get off soon because I honestly feel terrible. Are you sick or just tired? Or what's going on? I mean, if you want to share, but if you need to go to sleep, all right. Um, I hope you feel better, Citrus. Um, Hopefully I can see you next Monday and whatever you have going on improves. Good night too. Uh, wait. Who says I don't know? Don't like dung steal your grippers? What? What is going on? I'm so lost. I'm not stealing anyone's grippers, am I? We're talking about feet or something like that. Sometimes people say grippers for that, so I'm not sure what's going on at this moment. Um, I just have a stomach plus headache. I understand. Emotional instability at the moment. Plus, I didn't get a good sleep. Well, it is important to get a good sleep, so totally understandable. I was just curious. Well, I do hope you feel better. Um, Hopefully tomorrow. Just trying to dump. Oh, just trauma dump. I I felt like I feel like that was another thing. Yeah, I don't think that's a trauma dump. I feel like you would need to be venting a lot more for that. I feel like you're just letting us know, and I did ask, so it's not bad. I'm learning how to drive. Teach me tips, please. Um, are you dri? I actually do know how to drive stick shift, but most cars nowadays are um not automatic, so it really depends. I guess a good tip I would say is to be like whenever you're driving, uh like this is the wheel, you're like over here. Always be checking like every few seconds you should check the rear view mirror and the other ones, especially if you wanna uh change lanes. And aside from that, I guess using your blinkers too, so that people should know where you're going. Aside from that, I feel like you'll probably get it. Um, the thing that I did to learn mostly was that um I would do like a single route every time. So I would go to school with my dad and my brother and I would drive and it would always be like doing the same thing over and over, but that started giving me more confidence and experience, and that was mostly it. Now this cracks knuckles. Why don't you trauma dump this fist? Guys, don't sleep late and drink lots of water. Good reminder. I should drink water. Kind of feel my mouth being dry. Drink water too. Ah, um, I usually actually sleep super late. I had a time recently where I was sleeping like around 6 a.m. or at 8 a.m., like super late. But I feel like I always say this, and I always say that I always say this. Um, but oh, that is really a good tip, especially when it rains. Keep your distance from other cars so you can brake smoother. That is so true. I feel like uh you should always keep your distance, but when it rains, usually you should be like more careful with that. That is important. Oh, I don't know if Chubby Jesno is here. Um, I feel like you didn't let me know that you sent me the message. If they come back, I'll show it again so that they can see. But they did a fan art of me. This looks pretty fun. They said Battle Beetle mode, right? Battle mode Beetle. This looks super fun. It really fits too. Feels like it's ready to battle. I like it. Uh, I was saying something. Oh, I gave no water to drink. Hydroplaning is a thing. Hydroplaning is very neat. It sounds radical, but I imagine it's extremely terrifying. That battle beetle is dope. Yeah. Love the shadows on that. Yeah. Uh that is the one grub that said their art was, what words did they use? Something like creepy or something like that. We were asking if it was intentional or unintentional. I don't remember the exact words Chubby Chesney used, but something like that. The self shadows from the palps casting on the body though. That's some skill. Yeah, I saw that too. That's pretty detailed. I enjoyed it. Um, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, I was saying, well, I love it. Yeah, battle beetle mode. Yeah. Um, I was saying, oh yeah, that I've started um sleeping at around like 2 a.m., 3 a.m., which is like really good for me. And this weekend I actually slept at around what was it, like I would say like around 1 a.m., 1 something like that. But like I said, the only issue for me is that whenever I go to sleep really early, I wake up really early. So I went to sleep at around 1 a.m. and I woke up at like 4 a.m., almost 5 a.m. So that's like almost, I feel like I slept for only um what was it? 4 hours somewhat. So I guess that's an issue too, because I sleep a little. So I guess that also doesn't help the fact that I've been feeling pretty tired lately. That's why I feel like now this time I actually need to fix my your circadian is all out of whack, it seems. Yeah, it is. There was a time where I had to wake up really early, so my body got used to waking up really early. Um, so I feel like I still have that going, and that would be helpful so that in that case, but I feel like I still have that going on even if even if I don't need to wake up that early, so that's an issue. I'm glad you like it. Oh, I'm glad you saw that I showed it, Chubby. Yes, no. I wasn't sure you were still here, but I'm glad you were. Major props. You like doing Mega Man fan art, shadows, self shadows all over the place with those games art. That would be a good how would you say it? A good recommendation, yeah. All right. We need to be faster. I'm not fast enough. But I'm having quite a lot of fun chatting. But this is getting crazy. We're at that 2 hour mark, which is actually not the worst for me yet, but I've done like 6 hour streams. uh, I feel like this should be like a 3 hour one, just because I also want to sleep early today. I want to try. Um, but who knows? Who knows? This party's getting crazy. Struck? Yeah. Are you taking on the mental, like citrus, doing the supposedly attention seeking behavior? Starts breakdancing? So what happened to this skirt? I just returned here after a long time, an apology. Well, I hate to say this as always. I feel like that's right now it's on hold. The thing that I want to do, at least at first, I do want to set it up as a member reward. So, um, that way I can manage it a lot better. So, before we get the Discord, I I do want to get some things ready for the memberships. I want to get the membership stream ready, which is the stream where I would do like animations and things like that. Oops, my Digimon is calling on me. Needs to go to sleep. Sorry about that. And so I need to set up a few things before that, but after that it should be closer. And since I recently lost my files, that kind of sets me back up a little bit, because I have to redo quite a few things. But hopefully, I want to work on things for that even at a faster rate. Hey, sorry, I only watched for a couple of minutes, but you're an awesome dude. Have a good stream and rest well when you do. Oh, thank you, Diabler. I'm still glad you said hi. Hopefully, I can see you next stream. I do streams every Monday. Thanks for dropping by. Have a good night and don't let the bed bugs bite. I'm glad you enjoyed the couple of minutes. Thank you. Wait. I still need to play Devil May Cry game at some point. Yeah, I haven't either. I wasn't doing that intentionally, but now that you pointed it out, I will continue instead. Spins on my own head. Oh, I was wondering what the spins on my own head was because I was reading that, but because sometimes I read the chat like at a glance, but then I take my time to read every message, and now I get it. Doing the little expression on the mob's face. Not sure if this is the expression that I want, but I'll do it. I feel like this seems fitting. Wanna do open up the eyes a little bit? Ah, closer. Just because I want to open them up a little bit, but not too much. There we go. That's the right amount, I feel. Ooh, actually, the eyes should be further apart. So let's do that. Sort of like this. And then this one we can bring it over here too. Yeah, actually it looks better just from that little change. Starts breakdancing. But yeah, like I said, I have a few things pending. I don't know if you saw recently, Flowers. My hard drive disk actually stopped working, so I lost, I mean, they're still checking it out, but so far it seems like, it feels like there's no hope. So, um, actually seeing all right. Sorry, I was actually talking to the technician that is checking my hard drive disk. Um, so far, no luck yet. I feel like maybe I can fix it, but um, I can't even get it back so far because they're working on it. I feel like they really want to fix it, so I'm waiting on that. So yeah, I feel like I had some ideas planned, um, but I also feel like even though I may have lost files or something, I'm also motivated more to actually get things going now that I guess if I lose them or not, I don't want to waste any time and I want to do things right away. So, like I said, I do want to make I was actually working, let me show this. Um um let me grab this. I'm actually working on the so this is from a real old school this is from a real old school PC, and I kind of want to make this aesthetic happen for the animation streams. So I'm doing ideas. I'm actually changing up the Blender UI, and this is somewhat what the thing will look like. So I'm working on something like this. I want it to look somewhat like that on stream. and um, somewhat, somewhat like that. Yeah. I've been editing the Blender UI, which has been such a greater task than it might look like. The thing is that you can really edit every single part of it, which could be good, but at the same time, sometimes I don't know what I'm even doing. Like, you change a color and then nothing in your screen changes, and you're like, uh, what did I do? And then you can't go back. I wish they had like a little preview of what you're changing. Oh, sorry. I wish they had a little preview of what you're changing and things like that so that I would know better. But yeah. Yeah, so far it's very green. Uh in the past I wanted to do it very orange. Let me see if I have that one. Let me like actually since editing all of that is really um so time consuming, I actually started just doing everything completely orange. But for this one, since I will be using a different monitor, I feel like the orange wasn't blending as well as I wanted to. So yeah, that's why I feel like green is somewhat the way to go. I like the aesthetic. It feels kind of old school, which is something that I enjoy. Like for example, this is pretty fun. Let me show the complete thing. Like the way I do prefer dark mode in everything that I use, actually. But I feel like I can um I can use some more light mode just so that I can keep the aesthetic going. So it would be something like this. Let me see if I um so this was the other one that I was working on one time. Like right now it's not even functional because you can't even read some stuff because of how orange it is. But this was the aesthetic I was gonna use if I were going to do the animations in this layout, like this. Wait, yeah, like this, for example. So somewhat like this. I would work for this. I feel like this works for this green, but I feel like the very teal like color works better for this one. Like over here, looks really old school. Some hopefully I get the vibe correctly. I'm still working on it. Still, as always, it's still a work in progress, but I do like giving those little teasers. I guess maybe it's a spoiler completely, but you know me. I think it's fine to do that in the streams, right? I have to go now. The study is consuming me. Tomorrow I have another day of despair. But thank you very much for the good vibes that made me stop stressing for a second. No, no problem. I'm really glad you stopped by, and I also enjoyed you and chat. Thank you very much. Good night. Don't sleep so late. Hopefully I won't sleep so late. I'm kind of worried because I feel like I'm taking too long on this. But yeah, good night. Uh, what did you like it the other time, Flores? Good night. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Hopefully I can see you next Monday. Bye bye. Let's keep on doing this. All right. Want to keep on doing mob. I was doing more of a perfect circle kind of art style there, but I feel like I don't want to do that, or I shouldn't do that, because I should be doing crazier shapes. That's what I should be doing. Um, Bye. All right, something like this. Then the last bit, like that. I think this is fine. Let's do, like I said, let's not do fully perfect circly shapes. Let's do more of that angly vibe. Attention seeking shapes. Exactly. Like, look at me, I'm so quirky. I do uh, more angular shapes instead of normal shapes. No. I mean, I enjoy it, so it's fine. It's fine. All right. Let's see a little bit of the thingy. Mm, so something like this. Yeah, let's do. I'm doing too much of a circly thing, so let's do more angular shapes because I like those. Yeah, make those angular shapes. Yeah. I feel like I did it for most of the clothing, but I didn't do it as much for the face, which can be fine. I feel like it's not too bad. It doesn't clash too much. You could feel like maybe the clothes are more um raggedy or something, and but I think I either way I should do this, and that should also help me with the speed that we need. And I also feel like whenever I do things like this, um, my own art style shines more. Because if I don't do that, I feel like I end up copying the original art style that I'm referencing. Like, if I did it, I'm not saying it would look exactly like Mob Psycho. I mean, it could have my own flair in it, but I feel like it would be missing more authentic shapes to me or something like that. I don't know how to exactly explain it, but I think you get me, Grubs. You get me. You get what I mean. You got what I mean. It doesn't the song doesn't go anything like that, but it fits. All right. All right, like this. We add some triangles. Just adding triangles helps, right? Um, I like doing this. Okay, let me do this. I really like how this shape turned out, but it's too small. I want it to be bigger on the first one, like this. Yep. So it's not a perfect circle. It's more like an oval, but that looks really fun. So that is perfect over there. Um, Something like this maybe. And actually, okay, it's not too bad. I was gonna say I actually didn't take into account how taller they are compared to each other, but I think this is kind of like this is almost up to here, and I actually kind of did it almost around there, so it's not bad. But you say it's just a friend. Kind of, I don't know, it kind of fitted. I don't know why. It could actually, um, it could actually work if we also put in the context that um, round shapes are friend shapes and angular shapes would be enemy shapes. You know, curvy and all that. I don't know. Let's see. All right, this works. Yeah, that seems accurate. I think so. I think so. It was completely luck, but we got it. But you say he's just friend shaped. Yeah. That's that's exactly what I was looking for. I knew that there was something in there. But you say he's just friend shaped. Let's see. Let's do the rest of the hand. I saw a really good reference. So something kind of like this, where the hand is like doing something like that. All right. Let's do finger, kid named Finger. How how does the meme go? Today we're gonna finger paint kid named Finger. Then one can really draw hands like that. I mean, it's the anime, but I feel like they do a really good job at the manga too, right? Uh, let's take a good look. Okay, maybe not really, but I think they took the best out of it because one does like really detailed hands, so they took that. Uh, I mean, it is a difference. So, but I don't know that the manga maybe it doesn't look the best, but it's still so charming. Like, see, one does really detailed hands like this. Let me grab this. So that's why into the anime, it really translates like something I feel like detailed-ish. One's kind of got it though. Yeah, no, I do agree. I feel like the only thing I don't think one is bad at all. I feel like I really like the art style that one has. And the only thing that I would say is that obviously he's not at the standard that most mangakas are, but I mean, the great thing is that it hasn't stopped him from making really cool stories and really fun drawings. Because, like, for example, this. there's some great examples with like a lot of movement and then a lot of like this. They have a lot of great charm in it. Like this is super great. I feel like. I mean, he does get help too, but either way, like Mob Psycho's really mostly his art style. He just gets help with, the usuals, the lighting, the backgrounds, and things like that. But I totally feel like it is super charming. I mean, even if you compare it to One Punch Man, the webcomic, it was further behind a while back. Like, look, this was like a whole another thing, you know? And I still think this is the best version of One Punch Man for me. That's the one that I enjoy the most. One has improved. Oh no, definitely. When uh I don't know if let me see. Because this may be a spoiler. One Punch Man webcomic. I'll just show the image. Um and not say what it is. But like this to me is super impressive. Like, let me show it. Like, obviously in the manga is a lot quote unquote cooler looking, but I think this is like what? Like for example, flowers look simplified, background looks simplified, but look at this. Like this is so intricate and cool looking. Like what? And this is one, that is, yeah, isn't that super impressive? Like, this was like a while after, so definitely huge improvements. So, and this is one of the pieces that I've seen that I'm like, how this is that's kind of terrifying. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was like thrown aback with that scene overall. Um, there are things that, um, like I said, there has been definitely some improvement, and I like it. Real live. I was AFK. Hi, Wows. Wows. But yeah, no, I feel like definitely impressive and definitely some improvement right there. Look cool. Yeah, especially you would like that chubby. Yes, and I feel like considering your art style and your the things you like, I can totally see that being right up your alley. Yeah, no, I feel like that to me is still super impressive. So that's what I'm saying. I feel like one is really good. I know like up to the usual standard that the mainstream mangaka is maybe not, but there's still like quite a lot of charm in it. So, I mean, that's something really good. That means like even if your art isn't like super top tier, it can be in some ways, right? Like expressions, um, conveying some ideas, storytelling, everything is important. And I kind of like that. I really like that. And I like his stories overall, like for real. So fun. They they're like really unique. Like I feel like the way that so far he has approached things isn't something that we usually see, so that's why I feel like One Punch Man and Mob Psycho do so well. So I'm probably not gonna draw like the whole body, just like around here, but I still want to have like a somewhat of a cutoff point. That's why I'm sort of outlining this, even if it maybe that won't show up, or maybe it will. But overall, I feel like all right, that's good enough. Sadly, I feel like I did base it off too much on this reference, but I feel like it's not always too bad. I feel like I gave it my own take, so at least I'm satisfied with that. But I would like to, I should like to, do a totally different pose or try to do something um not as um directly copying if I can. Sometimes I can't, and that's totally fine too, you know? Mm. Feel like I still try to give it my own flair. I mean, the point was to make Mob Psycho 100 fan art, and you did indeed meet the criteria. Yeah, I would say I probably did. So that's still good, you know? Could be worse, right? um, I'd rather you try to mimic the art style as a change of pace from your regular work than the other way around. Uh, oh, so you think I should actually try to make the drawing as similar to the original thing? The problem with that can be that I would need to find a good idea of a pose, but I've had that thing in mind where I do wanna like learn and help people learn how to make um like their own replicas of a certain art style. Is that somewhat what you mean? Because I still feel like this is somewhat still similar to this, just added like heavier lines, I guess. But if you want me to try to actually mimic more of this style, uh, I could, because I do want to. I was thinking something about that, like trying to mimic the Splatoon art style, although I feel like I'm not too sure yet how to do that, so I would have to study it a little bit. I think you have a good balance between your style and the reference as it is. Yeah, that's somewhat what I did. The line art unfortunately makes it look like something you made. Yeah, I mean, uh, like this time I wasn't trying to fully replicate. I actually tried to get away from just doing the art style as the copy, I guess. But I feel like it would be a good challenge to try to replicate other art styles. I do have that as a video idea, but since I'm not as confident that I'll get it right the first time, that's why I'm not sure if I do it live, at least. Not sure if it will be successful. Like, I could try it, but I would probably um maybe not do as well. But I feel like I don't mind if I have to fail a little bit. All right. Yeah, the line art and for sure then it does give it away as something of mine probably, and probably the coloring too. I would guess. Because I want to make it really saturated too. All right, let's finish the finger. Something like this. We'll make it thicker soon enough. And then the other finger. Something like that. I'll fix it if it needs some fixing. I think it probably does, but we'll see. So this could be a little bit more to our left. Let's do this. Just a tiny bit. Even this, just a tiny bit more. Somewhat like that. And then a little bit thicker. Then actually need this to be thicker. Let's do straighter lines too. Those look too bendy. Like this. Like that, kind of clean. And then the other one too. Yeah. So, yeah, I do have, like, I had for a while a plan to make videos like, oh, here I should teach how to replicate this art style. I'm also gonna be learning with you, Grubs, and I'll try to see if I can make it. But I also feel like replicating the art style in Paint would be even tougher than other cases and wouldn't be as a teachable of an experience as a maybe like. But maybe it also adds to the flavor, I think, or I should hope. Um, so that's somewhat my idea. Because I feel like, for example, I feel like I could probably do something similar to the Danganronpa art style if I tried to. I could do that too with Mob Psycho, probably, yeah. Um, so I do want to make a series on it, but I always put that, like, I have some video ideas like that where I think they maybe do good for YouTube, but I put them in the back burner, especially because, like, for example, for things like that, I'm not sure how confident I feel right away to do it like on a live stream, but maybe we could test it out sometimes. And if I fail, it would be like, oh, this is a failed attempt, and maybe this is the good one. I'm not sure yet, but I do want to make that. Like, for example, the yeah, I feel like with the Sonic Adventure one, I kind of struggled um when I made the worm with getting the right art style because a lot of it is really blended actually, so it doesn't fully work like that. Wait, how does this bend? Somewhat like this, somewhat like that. This is fine. feel like this, but maybe it's too much. It feels like too snaily. If I flatten this up a little bit, maybe not show everything, something like this. All right, and then we work based on this. I feel like this might be better. All right, a little bit like that. It's just missing a little something. It's probably this. I'll widen this up a little bit. And over here, we can add just a little line. Maybe over here too. Let's add some of those wrinkles as a little effect. This one we could do just one. Do we? Nah, we could do that without it. Um, then little one over here. Uh, something like that. Yeah, more wrinkles. It's good, it's good, it's good. Right. Big open sleeve. Mm-hmm. I never actually got to talk about how this mostly came up, like considering how there was like a complete what was it, like a poll that was made who was the Tumblr Sexyman, and actually Sans won. Kind of mentioned it a little bit at the start, but still, I feel like the thing about Tumblr Sexyman, I guess, is that people do have an attraction to them, but I also feel like it sort of starts off kind of ironically, and then it actually becomes a thing. And I'm not sure about how it works, but it's funny to me that um, it has gained so much popularity that way. But I also do feel like um, I feel like I do believe Reagan won other polls, and I do believe that's like more like the power of the memes rather than it actually being the winner. But I'm not sure about that. Ah, I need to stretch a little bit. Can feel my back starting to hurt. All right. This is looking almost there. I could leave this one as a flat coloring piece, at least so that I can sleep not as late today and have a, like a finished thing, even though I kind of want to go crazy with the colors, but I could also just do some rim lighting have you entered the prawn stance? It's even worse than that. I feel like most people, for example, most people would be like, slouched and sitting with their legs hanging over. Meanwhile, I'm really like this, you know? I can hear like I can feel like my tension growing up in here. And I do have my legs up like in my seat like this. So I feel like that is bad for the blood flow, but I do have my legs like this is like a front view. One would be like this and the other one would be like that. No, yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I know. I understand. I feel like um the only thing that I was saying is that people usually get into the prawn stance and I feel like I go even further beyond. Like I go hard on it. I've mastered it and it's not even prawn stance, it's like a complete beetle stance. Back totally round, not in a good shape at all. But yeah, no, no, I did get what you mean. All right, it's looking good. I feel like I can. No, Taylor's stance. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. It's even a lot more. Going to sleep. All right. Did you finish up, or we'll get to see the night next time? Otherwise, I mean, overall, good night, Bacon. Hope you rest well, and don't let the bed bugs bite. Let me take a good quick look at Mob again, so that we can do the clothes. So the clothing, somewhat like this. And I didn't get far. It's okay. Was just curious. But I understand. It's pretty late. Alright. Have a good night, Bacon. Hopefully I see you next Monday. Let's see. This should be smaller. And I don't see any pants in this image. I need to see how the pants look. I mean, it's all black again, so I guess not that helpful. Okay, hopefully this kind of makes sense. This posture. Um, I don't know if it fully makes sense, but like I said, hopefully it does. I'll do this a little bit more on the upper side. And let's do a bit of a hand. Just like that. Really not detailed at all. But I feel like that works. It's kind of ambiguous, so I don't need to define any shape. A stepped over plank of wood stance. I'm kind of making it so that he's peeking over, and I mean he's always like really, you know, so it's very much like this, but I'm just doing the same thing but peeking from the side. Uh, I think it should be a good moment to already erase the sketch liner thingy. It's been long enough with that in the background. Let's do it quickly. Hopefully I'm not removing anything important. Have to take a good look. I actually really like how this looks. So I'm actually gonna use that. Like for this kind of looks like how like a shadow. So I'll use that like a shadow. Art looks good. Thank you. Like I said, I'm going pretty slow, I feel, but I mean, I always am. But I feel like I at least want to do the flats. I wanted to do Dimple, but I feel like I'd rather add him at another point so that I don't take up too much time. Still don't wanna break my good sleeping schedule kinda. So far, I think this is still good timing, but if I go any longer, it could be that could be bad. So far, so good. All right, I'll try this blue, and then we'll see if we need to do anything else. So I see some lines over here. Let's see that we're not missing anything. Sometimes I do miss some spots. Um, I saw that I erased this, so let's add a little bit of it back into this. Hmm. Something like that. And like that. Like I said, let's do more lines. Um, where's this line coming from? Should be like around here, maybe? We can do like this is supposed to be the somewhat the button that's right there. Oh, this is also missing. Sure, let's add it. Yeah, I'm kind of liking how this is looking actually. I wasn't too sure at first, but I feel like now that it's coming together, looks a lot better. Hopefully this also makes sense. I kind of want to make the head a little bit taller, but I feel like also looks good. I haven't flipped it, so I will flip it even though I don't think I could change anything right now, just because it's too late. But especially just want to see this, perhaps. But overall, actually, even flipped, it's I kind of see it looking good, you know? I'll just add a little bit right here, right here. like this. I feel like it's actually not that bad flipped. I was kind of prepared for the worst. All right, let's do some final details and let's do a quick coloring on this. Kind of wanna wish I could go crazier on the coloring, but like I said, I don't think I'll have the time today for that. But you know, it is what it is. I'm kind of getting hungry too, so I should speed this up a little bit. But I do want to add the details. Art looks good. Thank you, Bluetooth. I get like that when I flip too. Yeah. I mean, sometimes I don't even flip, and sometimes when I flip it, I do it at the right time, which I would say you should flip kind of early on when you're working on the shapes. But I feel like um don't always do it, and sometimes you do need to do it. But this time I feel like it wasn't so bad, so I'm glad that at least I didn't have to change too much. I kind of was ready to change, I guess, the could see the eyes being wrong or the head or something like that. But overall, I feel like it looked kind of fine. I don't know if I um checked too much into it. Maybe I wasn't looking hard enough. But overall, it seemed good. So I'm happy with that. Get like that when I flip too. Oh gee, how much scoliosis does my art have? Can't wait to find out. Yeah. I mean, it does happen when sometimes you flip it and it is really a lot more different than what you thought it was. All right. Coloring, coloring, coloring. Let's see my reference. I do still kind of want to make let me save this real quick. I'll turn off my screen because I don't know if this one shows anything. Uh, ah, and back on. All right, let's do. What I wanted to do was I actually wanted to start with doing this colored line art, which is kind of greenish. So let's fill that up whatever we need to. Kind of like kind of like that feeling that it has, so I wanted to use it too. Oh yeah, the non-black lines. Yeah, I usually do use like completely black lines, but this actually looks like a fun color. So it's still kind of dark enough, I guess, what I'm doing, what I'm using. Maybe I should go lighter on it, but ah both lines are my favorite things to use in art. Yeah, I do too. I really maybe I overuse it, but normally I don't do that because it softens the image. Yeah, a little bit. I do like the harsh feel that solid black has on art, and that's why I also don't fully do it. But like seeing the reference, it feels like it has like a green tint to it all. So I'm actually probably gonna do that even more. like in the colors and all that. So let's do, like, I'll try to see how green I can make it look without going too crazy. So let's close this off a little bit. Like that. Let's sometimes there are some white spaces in between. Let's get rid of this. All right. Oops, there's actually some liner coloring over here. There you go. So far so good. Let's do the clothing. Uh I don't really don't do that because it's each of their own. Everyone has different styles of lines. Oh yeah, true. Like I also feel like I normally don't use colored lines, but I see so many people do that, and it usually looks really good. You know, it's sometimes like you can like something, but maybe you're not too sure about it when you do it yourself. I don't know how to explain it completely, but I feel like that sometimes I see so many people using colored outlines, and many times I like that, but I don't use it myself. And sometimes I feel like I could say like, oh, it doesn't fit my style or things like that, even though I could change my style if I wanted to, but I don't know. If I were making this, I'd be making much finer lines. Plus, they wouldn't be as loose as dongs. Um, yeah, I feel like I've been trying to get back into doing more loosey feeling lines like this because for a good while I would say I was doing pretty um very neatly done and actually thin lines um in many drawings. Many times I would do them thicker, but overall I'm recently been working more like, you know, messy and loosey because I want to get back into that. Let me see if I can find a good example um of anything that I've done like that because I feel like I do have that sometimes where I do just really um thin and specific lines for some things. Uh but then other times I do use like, for example, for this one, I feel like okay, they're reasonably thick, but this is a lot more like this is not messy at all. Like or okay, maybe it is, but like compared to this, I feel like this is a lot looser and um doing whatever whatever happens, I guess. Like for example, for this one also, I feel like this one has a lot the lines are a lot thinner. Like I do have some sharp thicker areas, but like overall, I know. Maybe it's not the best example because they're still thick um compared to many people, but I mean, compared to me, to my own art, it's a lot cleaner, I guess. And I've been wanting to be a lot messier because I used to enjoy that a lot, and then I got out of it for a good while. But I kind of want to get back into it. Like, for example, look at this one. This is this is complete with finer lines. This is like really thin, and I do enjoy that sometimes. But I don't know. I feel like I always wanna um do different things. And right now I'm feeling that vibe of doing, you know, messier and thicker and crazier lines because I feel like when I do that, the problem is when I do fine lines, I sometimes feel like I do not have the most defined art style. And whenever I do like thick lines or like messier lines, I feel like my my art style, or maybe it's not my art style, but I get a more distinct art style, and that's what I feel like happens. I think you could get interesting results by mixing the thin lines with the messiness. There's something about that, but I feel like I would need to understand how to actually um work with that. Like for example, the one that I did for uh Demon Slayer, I feel like that is messy, but somewhat thin overall. Like, for example, I do have some thick strokes, but overall I feel like it's more thin, the lines, but with the messy art style. But maybe I should do like a better mix of both. Like, uh, whatever is close could be like super, super thick, and whatever is further away could be like super thin. So I could do like more thick like up close and then thin far away, things like that. Tony Viramontes is one of my favorite artists ever, and his lines are super loose and generally thin. I would have to let me see. Is this are they drawing JoJo's, or does it just look like that? I drew a priest from Tony in the oh no, that is a fan art. I see, I see. I'm getting mixed results, but I do get it, and I feel like that's a hard art style. I want to do sometimes like a thing with only thin eyelines. Yep, Araki referenced him. Oh, really? I was wondering which way around it was, and I was guessing it was that way around, but it's pretty interesting. It's always really cool to see like the inspirations from each artist. Like it's something that uh you get every time. Like you could see someone doing a thing, but when you get to know what his inspiration is, you can actually see that like, oh, they have some of the elements from this in their own art, and that is pretty cool. I feel like that is something that we don't always see, or we're not always aware of, even ourselves. Like I'm always, I feel like I don't have like a direct inspiration right now. I've had that. I've had some um at certain points, but since I don't have anything right now in mind, I feel like it's hard for me to draw always comparisons. But you could probably see a lot of the media that I enjoy, and a lot of the art that I really feel like is really cool represented in whatever I do. I'm not sure which color it should be. Apollo and Daphne by Bernini influenced JoJo posing. Yeah, I think I've heard about JoJo posing being um Apollo and Daphne being inspired from like um other media, but yeah, that is interesting. It is really cool to see like what people take inspiration from. Like I said, I don't have anything myself too strong as a reference right now, but there's some things that could be clear from what I do. Like, you could always argue that my art style does kind of feel somewhat Jet Set Radio futury. Right now, it's not like I'm taking direct inspiration from it right now, but I feel like it does happen to show itself a little bit, I think. This needs to be a little bit, or no, I think that's fine. Let's do the hair almost dark purple for this. It's too many lines over there. Let's remove those. Didn't even notice. And let's get back into this. This kind of looks weird with the dark hair. Maybe Mob should be another color, should he? Or maybe I should just do like the outline of the hair. Maybe I'll do that. Let's do like a fun purpley tint. Alright, looks good enough. Let's do the eyebrows because the eyebrows really, I feel like I feels weird when they're just white. Yeah, I can definitely see how you've broken away a bit from your Jet Set Radio graffiti art influence and formed something of your own. You know, actually for the longest time I actually thought like something bad about me, and I still kind of think about it a little bit, is that the I feel like the issue with me is that I do not have a completely defined art style or something that I can come back to every time. Like every time that I do something, it is at least a bit influenced by the thing that I'm referencing. Like for example, this looks, if I were drawing something else, I would probably wouldn't draw the eyes like this or the nose or the hair or things like that. But since I'm doing this, it shows up. So I struggle with things like faces, eyes, hair, but things like body types, things like that, that's easier because I feel like that I can do my own. But yeah, I would say I have broken away from the that a little bit, especially because like I'm not actively trying to emulate it, but I feel um those would be like Jet Set Radio would be like one of the biggest influences I could mention if I had to. Although, like I said, I'm not even sure myself like what things influence me. Like right now, I don't feel like I have something that clear in my mind. Like who would be my biggest art inspiration right now? Could be, that would be hard to say, honestly. 'Cause, I don't know. I feel like I see art, I enjoy art, and I don't think too much about it. I just do whatever I need to do, and that's mostly it. So that's a tough one. So liking how this is looking, like I said, not going for the full color that it is, kind of going doing a spin off, but I do want to make this should be maybe like this. All right, yeah, not as pink. Ah, but yeah, I think I should finish. Um, I will only do flats today. I'm sorry I had to start the stream later and end it before I'm actually satisfied with this piece. but I feel like I need to eat something soon, and we're already finishing at a good point, which I think flats is good enough like for the stream. But yeah, I feel like I'm starting to get dizzy because I need to eat something soon. So for now, we're almost done with what I'll do here. But overall, I do hope you enjoy the stream, Grubs. I've had a lot of fun today, actually. I feel like I was a lot of super chatty for a good while, but I feel like it definitely was pretty good. You know what? I think I'll definitely do mob with a purplish line color. I'm really not feeling this green for mob. So let's see how this looks. Should be dark. Somewhat like this, maybe. Probably darker. Was a fun stream. Thanks, I really hope it was and really appreciate it if you think so. Uh yeah, Yasushi Suzuki is a huge influence on my shape language, but obviously JoJo influences how I add details to things and poses and draw faces. And I'm also trying to break away from that myself, so you know. Well, I feel like when you break away from it, it's also a thing about like um you need to start drawing from more inspirations and then start seeing how actually experimenting with a different art style. Like for example, I would say like I did a lot more messy things in the past and graffiti-ish things, and then I started doing more clean line arts, and then I'm back again to this, and now I feel I'm more in control of it and things like that. So it's really fun to experiment and see the more you grab from other things, the more it probably will become a thing of your own. Let's see if this works. Yeah, this is the color. But I do wanna leave some darker areas like that. Probably in the hands and in the face. Something like that. So this would be a good way to do different. All right, something like this. Ah, something like that. And then let's do like a little thingy over here. Some lines to just give it some flair. Like that. I want to divide this one. And almost like that. No, this could be thinner, should be thinner. Somewhat like this. And then do line like this. Alright. Ah, and I think, um, like I said, unfortunately, I wish I could do the highlights on stream, but it's also pretty late and I do wanna um eat something. So sadly, this is gonna be it for today, but hopefully you enjoyed it. And yeah, I feel like this is not too bad, you know? I'm missing the lights. I wish I could do them on stream because I wanted to do fun colors and I wanted to do dimple too, but I don't know if maybe I'll finish it off stream, or I don't think we should finish it out like next stream. I feel like, as always, I try to do different things for different streams. Maybe we could do Sans next week. I don't know yet. I'll have to think about it. I'm glad you enjoyed the stream. Thanks to everyone. I think it was a really fun one today. Like, we had a lot to talk about. But yeah, thank you for coming, Grubs. Hopefully I can see you next Monday. And like I said, don't let the bed bugs bite. See you next Monday. Bye bye, Grubs. Good night.